right, welcome everyone. Welcome. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Now let's jump right into it. Wolfpack family. We have the Lilith, Queen of the Night, Oracle Grimoire. We have here the Tabula Mundi tarot deck and the Wolfpack tarot deck, which is honestly like an oracle deck, but it's amazing nonetheless. So, without further ado, everyone, we will get started. But let's get cleansed. I'm in a little singing mood today, y'all. Did a little karaoke action. It was pretty amazing, you know what I'm saying? Karaoke, okay. Drop a like if you know the reference of that song. All right, let's get cleansed. Universe, thank you so much for this day and this time. And I hope whoever tunes in now or later, may they receive a message that they're meant to receive on their journey. Thank you so much. This area is cleansed. Now, let's get started, everyone. All right, so gonna go ahead. I'll probably do the Wolfpack tarot deck first, actually, this time, okay? Hope everything's going smooth for you. So glad to have you, and so glad that you're here. Such an amazing night. And everything's going to continue that way as well. We're almost on the last day of the month, y'all. For those on the other side of the world, you probably are already there. Well, actually, wait. No, we are there already. It's the 31st. What am I saying? Anyways. Oh. That one right there. Want to come out? Anything else? Oh, okay. Got a few right there. A few more shuffles from this one. Thank you so much, universe and guides. Okay, cool. I think that's good there, y'all. All right, now we're gonna do the Lilith, Queen of the Night, Oracle deck. Yeah, here we go. I love this deck. It's really nice cardstock and art style as well. All right, guides, spirit team, any higher entities. Lilith, this is your deck as well. Ooh, there you go. She speaks. Anything else? And a few more shuffles. Have anything else for person or persons in the collective today? Thank you, Lilith, universe. Okay. Anything else from this Lilith Oracle deck? Okay. A few more shuffles. Okay, perfect. And the Tabula Mundi tarot deck. I love this deck. It's so beautiful, and it's such the perfect size. And that hologram there, can you see it? Yeah. Anyways, all right. 333 on the recording timer just now, and look at that, right on time. Anything else here for the collective? Thank you. Higher selves, spirit team, any other positive entities out there? Thank you so much. I want to thank you again for supporting the channel and tuning in. You are very valued and loved, and you're in a safe space. This area is protected from any and all unwanted energies. And I only wish good vibes for everyone. My lovely Wolfpack family and everyone else in the collective. Oh, that one needs to stay, and then these go back and they'll stay. A few more shuffle. Oh, there we go. Anything else? Oh, boom. That's a lot of cards, and I think that'll do it. 444. That's perfect timing on the recording timer. Boom. I feel like one more shuffle. There we go. Boom. All right. So it looks like we got a decent amount of stuff. probably a little confirmation. Boop. There we go. All right, y'all. I'm excited. Now, let's get started. All right. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you like, follow, comment, subscribe, and share with anybody that you know. All right, let's start with the Lilith, Queen of the Night Oracle Grimoire deck. Pomegranate, abundance. My thoughts are fertile ground where seeds of abundance bloom into a thriving life of success. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. Garden of Eden, awakening. I release the illusions of my life and trust in my awakening, flying away towards my autonomy. Wow. Freedom. Ooh, and this is the one on the cover. This is the one on the cover of the box right here. Look at that. That's awesome. Lilith, Dark Goddess. Empowerment. I embrace my shadows and turn my fears into wings that lift me towards my true power. Lilith and Aries, leadership. I can be assertive, seeking growth through collaboration, trust, and releasing impatience. Air, clarity. The wind sweeps away doubt, clarifying and freeing my thoughts to choose my path. Definitely, she's all about freedom, for sure. Okay, let's see. And Lilith and Taurus, self-nurturing. I deserve comfort and take time to nurture myself with the pleasures of life without guilt. Beautiful. Those are exactly 6 cards right here. Fits perfectly there. Awesome. All right, let's see if I do that up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Now, let's continue. We have fulfillment. All your hopes, dreams, and wishes will now come true. Total success in your life. You have earned the success. Your diligence and hard work is now being rewarded. A feeling of accomplishment. I think that might have to do with this abundance. Literally the first card we got on the deck. Fulfillment right here. Seems like the pinnacle, you know what I mean? And it probably has to do with this awakening we were just talking about. This person so far, at least what I'm seeing, or persons, might be in a position of ultimate transformation and growth. There we go. I'm trying to get a better view. Here we go. All right. Decisions. Realize the decisions you're making at this time can make or break your life. Seek good advice and you will make the right decision. Carelessness. You cannot afford to be careless or you will suffer the consequences. Ooh. Pay attention to money and taxes. Be careful as to what you say. It could possibly backfire. And then leadership. We got leadership again. Look. Yo. Boom, boom. Yeah, wow. Okay, you will either assume or be appointed to a position of leadership, and this will be your way of serving others. Others could be seeking your advice or support. What just came to mind as I was reading that was it has to do, I would imagine, with this awakening, that this person is starting to operate at a higher frequency. So they're naturally grabbing the attention of others because they are sensing this empowerment, this aura that's just like emanating from this person as they are tuning into their divine essence, finally getting clarity on things. But it's also a reminder to be humble at the same time, because it says, be careful of carelessness. That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's continue. Self-reliance. You will not be able to rely on anyone at this time in your life. Know that it is only a temporary situation. Your strength and hard work will get you through this. It probably goes hand in hand with the self-nurturing. I mean, the only person that would possibly know exactly everything that you need is you. You know, and that's honestly like, I mean, you're the only person that can make sure you're fully give yourself what you wanted if you did take the time to nurture yourself, that's for sure. Let's go to the next, judgment. Uh-oh. Finding yourself being judged by others indicates courts, lawyers, lawsuits, illusions. May indicate an angry woman or man. Are you judging others? Drop your judgmental attitude. Life will be easier. Well, I know that whenever you start elevating in frequency, a lot of people ain't really care for that, to be honest. And I know that sounds crazy to say, but you know, as you start getting like more positive and you start like elevating things to the next level, people are going to notice that. And the ones that are not doing the work and not making the tough decisions that they know they didn't make for further healing, those people are going to be envious. You got to be careful of that. So probably emphasis on the self-reliance, because you're the only person you can truly count on at the moment. But keep in mind, this doesn't seem like it's never you're never truly alone. Let's just say that. So good advice. I mean, your guides are always with you and your team, you know. Good advice. 1111. I just saw the rotating timer. It will be necessary for you to seek good advice at this time, because your personal judgments cannot be trusted. Look to those you trust and respect, such as lawyer, doctor, broker, or family. Is someone being sued here or something? I don't know. Just got that back to back with the lawyers and stuff. But we talk about here, you see here with the clarity, with it showing the air, it also makes me think this person may have a lot going on in their mind and they're trying to work through at the same time. Yeah, look, because we have defeated here. See this? You may feel financially or emotionally defeated at this time. Eliminate waste and be more practical. No more credit. The lesson is to learn from this experience. So maybe with dealing with all this, like through their own awakening and elevation, they're probably dealing with a lot of drama from other people, because naturally, if two people are not in the same alignment, the little rope that keeps them tethered together energetically, 1212 I just saw, is going to, as one person goes, the other person not doing anything, it's gonna snap eventually, and then universe makes it to where people that are no longer aligned will not be back in our aura any longer. But at the end of the day, it's what may seem like a not so good situation, depending on the situation. The universe takes things out for a reason, to make way for bigger and better things, if you trust and believe that to be the case. That's a big thing. You got to trust. And it's not an easy thing. It takes practice. So, Princess of Cups in the reverse. Earth of Water. Beautiful. So yeah, a lot of emotional stuff going on. Emotional instability being in the reverse. And it's affecting their intuition too, because the divine feminine essence, typically in the tarot here, whether it be queen or king respectively, the princess is supposed to be the queen in this deck, so it's more intuitive based. So I think on the inside there's a lot of emotions and things brewing in. They're going to have to make some tough decisions to kind of get through the situation. And we see even more cups here, the 7 of Cups, probably emphasizing that wasteful spending we were talking about just a second ago, putting their resources in too many cups. But if you're not careful, see, you got hidden snakes in there. You gotta make sure you be careful now. You know what I mean? You don't want to dry yourself out completely. You want to make sure you have some reserves. Again, moon in the background, emphasis on intuition in that one. Knight of Swords, fire of air, but in the reverse. That forward movement energy, that air energy, a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating, trying to make decisions. But to me, this energy I'm getting is this scatteredness. That's what I'm getting. Yes, we are talking about awakening, and this person is awakening, but think about it, for those that can resonate and know what I'm talking about. When you're going through an awakening process, sometimes it dependent on the person and everything, of course, but you know what I mean? Sometimes everything will be temporarily knocked out of alignment, perhaps, just to kind of like foster change. Does that make sense? Because awakening is change, and it's coming in to shake things up, but in a good way. 9 of Cups, and talk about a good way right here, right side up. You got tons of cups right here. Makes me think of a lot of support that you have. Make sure you're tuning into that. This is making me think of your, like with the owl here, and I think is that a lemur? All right, someone tell me. But anyways, that looks cool. But you got a lot of options of support to seek and choose from. Lust. This one here, I think it's supposed to be the Strength card. If I had to guess, with the Lion. But are they having their lust overcome their decision making, perhaps? And that's probably affecting things if we're going off the lust there. And giving into lust could also, if you let your I was gonna say, let your guard down is probably gonna affect your strength at the same time. Gonna make it tired if you're not careful of what energies you're allowing into your life. Just got to be careful of that. 2 of Discs, change. What I tell you, we just talking about this change, and change to a lot of people is uncomfortable, let me tell you. But it's all a waiting game, though. You know what I mean? Until more and more resources. So you got, like, it starts with one little. This made me think of Discs. This one here is like coins, pentacles, which is like earth energy, right? Stability. When you start getting like awakening, it made me think like you get the first taste, and it feels and it tastes good, you know what I mean? And then from there, it just keeps coming in and in and in and in and in. And then you'll start getting even more rewards as life goes on, and you continue to practice that surrender and practice that trust into the universe. Let's continue. The Hierophants, yes. So going into kind of like structure, this person's probably developing a type of discipline to be able to get them through this awakening. It may even have to, even though this is not the Hermit card, but this energy I'm getting right here, this person like solitary in the middle, see right here, see the stake? They're kind of like setting their foot down, standing their boundaries, and keeping to themselves for a little bit, probably having to do with all these people judging them. Or they may be judging people because I guess it depends on the way. I mean, there's some people that elevate, but at the same time, you got to make sure. That's why I keep talking about like the humbleness here, carelessness. You don't want to come across. You want to be careful to not let come from an egoic standpoint. Does that make sense? 6 of Wands, victory. Yes, because victory is yours. You're on your way to your abundance here. And to me, right there, you see the same owl pretty much right there. To me, symbolizing your higher power. That Wands is that fire energy, getting that creativity back, tuning into your guidance to be able to channel that fire to help foster that change. A few more cards here. 10 of Swords, ruin, but in the reverse. Yes, a lot of things going on right here, that this person is feeling caged in and kind of like a lot of pressure. This, again, is going back to this defeated energy, right? And is also emphasis on hiding in one's shell because they do not feel safe right now. They're having to eliminate people out of their life. You know, I'm talking about metaphorically, like having to cut people out of their life, you know what I mean? Because there's snakes around, and probably having to do with these people that are talking trash, maybe. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful of those people. Okay. 2 more cons. Prince of Wands, Heir of Fire. I read that upside down, but yes. Trudging along. Again, makes me think of kind of like aimlessly wandering, you know, as we were here with the Knight of Swords. A lot of words and a lot of energy being expended in different directions. Just be careful of that. I'm gonna move these here. And we have 3 of Cups in the reverse, abundance. So the first card we got was abundance, and the last card is abundance. Let me show you this. It starts with abundance and ends with abundance. See that? That's this awakening, baby, right here. That's what I'm talking about. But granted, this was in the reverse. I'm telling you, I think this is kind of like a temporary situation. Well, Three of Cups in the traditional tarot is kind of like union and kind of like a group and a gathering together, you know what I mean, with others. It can symbolize that. To me, this is communion with one's soul, with one's self. This self-nurturing, self-reliance, self-nurturing. But it's funny how they just happen to be right next to each other, as I had placed. I didn't notice that earlier. Having to do with this change, y'all. Right now, there may be instability, and because of these cups, it's all about the emotional things going on. But there's a friendly reminder that is, when you come into union, I think that looks like a shield to me. Your guides and your spirit team, they've got you protected, and they will keep you safe. But right now, I don't think this person is truly tapping in. They're awakening, but I don't think they're fully tapping into the essence of just how truly protected they are. Do a quick little overview on this. Got a lot of cards today. Wow. So, someone is going through a situation where, again, whether it be through an event like a relationship, passing away, fading, ending, or maybe something with the family going on, this person is being seen differently by other people. People are talking about them. People are even probably judging them. And in some aspects, probably even trying to bring down their energy, which is why they're feeling defeated. And you got all these swords, a lot of snakes all around. This is definitely emphasis on a person guarding one's energy. Because again, you've probably heard me say this before, your energy is sacred, I would say that to be able to tap into that inner strength, sit, relax, and tune into your divine protection and see what answers they have for you. Because it's only a matter of time before you have everything come into fruition. Remember, you already have everything. 2222. I just saw 2222 just now. You have everything within you already. Be patient. Things take time. But through the inner work, you could even speed up the process and speed up your manifestation. So, time you take to rest, I feel this person's doing too much right now. Time to rest is not time wasted. I repeat, I need to repeat this again. Time to rest is not time wasted. Time to rest is not time wasted. I feel I need to say that 3 times. By the power of 3, I say it be, and then so it is, and so it is, and so it is. So, rest, okay? This person needs to tune in to their inner divinity, and you will, and you are. You are amazing, Wolfpack family. Remember, you are divine, beautiful beings, and you are gods and goddesses alike. And we all have the divine, beautiful, wonderful, masculine, and divine feminine energies within us. Thank you so much, Wolfpack family, for tuning in today. Please make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.